Hey, what's up everybody? Hopefully this video will work for you guys when I upload it, because the last time I used this cheapy camera, it got all distorted. But that was before Google basically took over and conquered YouTube, so we'll see how it goes. Otherwise, may have to do it over on my regular camera. I just wanted to try and show you guys the stuff that I put on this Wii. And right ahead, man. Don't ask me how to do this. I watched the tutorial. It was a Microwave Sam. So he's got 3-step tutorial, 3 vids, and you gotta fast forward and rewind a bit as he's a fast talker, so you can kind of get lost. But if you got your system set up and your computer to where you can watch it and then do it step by step, easy enough, man. If I can figure it out, you guys can figure it out. And this is the second Wii that I've done the soft modding on. And one thing, I'm pretty sure I didn't use his tutorial last time. I think it was another guy that had the same kind of thing, showing you how to do it with the letter bomb. And then he had it to where you can download his pack of files for modding it, so you don't have to search around for stuff. Same guy, obviously he's added more to the list, or if it's somebody different, this is better, because on that, if you watch his first vid, he's got a download for his pack and it's been deleted from the site or whatever. So when you go to the second video of the tutorial, download that one. And warning here, because my computer got flooded with the shit as soon as I clicked on this puppy. I think it's like uploaded.com or something, one of those sites where you can just upload stuff to and download from it. But they got one of those stupid download accelerators. Make sure that's not checked. And hopefully you guys have fast enough speed on your internet to where you can download the file, as it's, I think, just over 500 megabytes. So decent size, but you don't want to download this accelerator thing. What it'll do is it'll make it look like a rared file, but it'll say like Microwave Sam, Wii Hack Pack or whatever, .rare.exe. So if it's an exe file, go back to the site, start over, because that means you've had it checked. And it'll be a small little file. And what it does is when you click on it, it has a shit ton, which is a lot bigger than a shit heap of whatever, man, spyware, whatever. And it had my virus program, which I use a Vera free. It was going crazy, man, to the point where I had to turn off my computer and just kept finding one thing after another because it was wanting to install all this shit. So like I say, if you got fast enough speed to where you can get it fast, or just have to wait an hour or so, do it that way, man. It's worth it. His actual file, nothing wrong with it. I scanned it, everything's good. And he made it easy to where you just transfer the contents of the folder once you unrare it and everything directly onto your SD card after you've done the hack thing, which he shows you how to do that. So pretty much all set to go. And he had quite a few different emulators and programs that some of them I kept, some of them I got rid of because I had stuff that worked better. And that, it depends on your system. So I'll show you what I got here. Hopefully you guys can see this since I'm doing lower resolution, but that's one thing it adds on, which is your homebrew channel, which turn on the volume on. Guys don't need to hear all that shit. Anyways, start that up. And this lists everything that you have installed on it in your apps folder. Like a multi-mod manager, that's one thing that he includes. So gives a large list of different mods, which I agree with them. Just install them all, man. They're all useful. USB Loader GX, I believe, let's see. I don't know if it was this system or my other system where it didn't work all that good. But it's one for loading your installed Wii or I think it's pretty much just Wii games for this one. I don't know if you guys could see it good, but right next to my Wii, that little silver thing with the blue light on it, that's my little hard drive, and I've got the majority of my Wii game collection all installed on that. And on installing them, I thought maybe it might be different since this is a slightly different system. Different year that this was bought, obviously. I think this is one of the original Wii's when they first came out. But same thing on both. Some games, what it'd do is it'd get ready to install it and just say error or whatever, but it won't screw up your system. But I'd say 5 out of my collection of Wii games I could put on this. So, good enough. And this is the one that I use to play them off the hard drive. And he gives a couple different versions of Wii Flow, and I can't really say anything about them because it was coming up saying like it couldn't find the folder that all my games are in on my little hard drive. This one worked right away first time I used it. This is the one that I had on my original Wii, so older, but it works. Oh, and speaking of Wii Flow, this was weird. Because I used his files and then I put some of the stuff that he didn't have out of my file folder onto it. That had to do with the apps and everything, but where it's got the covers here, which on the covers, and this depends on where you're at. If you have somebody close to you that's got Wi-Fi, which it's either my next door neighbor or maybe across the street. I got somebody that lives really close to me that's got high-speed Wi-Fi, and I could jump off of their system. Otherwise, you may have a hard time with that and have to use like a regular DSL or cable modem if you have the adapter. But to get all the covers for your games, you can go here and just download. And if you're just starting out, just click on all, and it will get onto this DVD.com, whatever, and download all of them. If you've already got games that got covers, you just click on missing, and it will scan your system, and any games that are missing a cover, it will find them and download them for you and install it. It does everything automatic. Already got all my covers, and then to install a game, if it's one that's compatible, you just click on install, have your disc in there, and just click on go, and if it's going to do it, it'll do it. And it takes a while depending on the game. Most of mine seem to be right around 2 gigabytes. I really haven't had any that are way up there. Maybe just a couple to where it's like 4 gigs if it's a major game. Otherwise, relatively fast on the speed. Then once it does that, if you are installing your games, I recommend going all the way back to this menu, and then for your covers, start over. Because when I installed my copy of Mario Kart, I thought I was cool, and I did that, and then went right to this screen to download it, and it screwed it up to where I had to delete Mario Kart and then start all over. And I've only had that happen once, and otherwise majority of my collection there. And don't ask me how you get online and download stuff and do it. I haven't even bothered. I don't care. I was mainly wanting to back up all my physical games so I'm not ruining the disc or whatever. As I've heard a lot of times when these original Wii's die, a lot of times your game is in there and you gotta tear apart the system to get it. Sometimes they'll just croak and that's it, man. So basically you gotta just tear it up and retrieve your disc. Anyways, get out of that. Show you what else I got. That's one of the main reasons to mod this system, but there's a lot of other reasons. anyways. On emulators, let's see, that one was in his list of stuff where it automatically puts a channel on. That was, and then he had two different versions of WeFlow, which really I don't know the differences, man. It had to do with the number of when it came out or something, so maybe just slight differences. Otherwise, they looked the same. I couldn't get either of them to find my hard drive. Neo Gamma. Let's see, what was that? Oh, okay, this is the one that you use to play your backups if you have them burned onto a DVD disc. And I have no clue on how it exactly works other than I got it now. So like I say, I do it the other way. It's kind of pointless if you have the little hard drive. If you don't have the little hard drive, then yeah, I can see burning at the DVDs to where you got backups that way, man. GameCube backup. Virtual Boy Advance, where you can play ROMs and it does it quite well. The only Nintendo one I've had problems with, to where I had a lot of slowdown, and it says that on the download if you get it from the homebrew internet channel or whatever, was Nintendo 64. Some stuff worked, a lot of stuff was sluggish, and I have never found a good emulator for the N64 to where it plays everything good. I don't think one exists yet. But that one works beautifully. One for Super Nintendo here that works beautifully. And all of them are multi-region, man. Doesn't matter what country the game's from, it will play it like any other emulator. Original Nintendo. Go back to Homebrew channel here, and I'm just going to scan through the list to show you what all I got. I don't want to show you too much stuff because this thing, it builds up a big file on this cheap cam. Some stuff I literally got on my computer, downloaded it, and then manually put it on to the SD card, and then I didn't originally have the channel here to where I can go to the internet site and download from there. Which, I'll clean. Let's see. That had to do with the game there, that iOS or something. I forget what it is, but I just haven't gotten rid of it yet. Clean rip. I tried it and it didn't work really good. I was trying to rip some of my GameCube games, and I just gave up on it because it made really big files. It doesn't compress them well, but anyways, that's to rip Wii and GameCube. Another USB loader that I haven't deleted yet. That's the Nintendo one, and then I can't remember where I originally found the channel online, but this I just went to the actual homebrew channel, which I'll show you that, which is for internet, and then you can download the channel for that. They just don't have many. And GameCube backup launcher, that's like the other one for the Wii, where this one just plays backups of GameCube games burned to, I believe, DVD disc. That's one of the homebrew channel themes. That's the theme I got running now in the background. This is the browser, which I'll show in a second. And the browser, it does it on both of my Wii's, so I think it's just a bug in it, and I've had a few of the emulators do it a lot, to where you'll be in the middle of something and all of a sudden it's like your system crashes, just like a computer, to where you got all this crap on there, fatal exception or whatever, to where you literally have to get up and turn off your Wii and just start over. But I found if you go really slow while you're browsing through stuff and not make it work too hard, it can do alright. I haven't had it crash on me in the middle of downloading something. PC Engine, TurboGrafx 16. That one's a little buggy, but what's cool, all the games that I downloaded and burned for my Turbo Duo, I can play a lot of them on that. And some play perfect, some play a little bit glitchy, like the music would be off or whatever, the sound effects. Otherwise, it will play burned games, and then also ROMs for TurboGrafx and PC Engine. Television, that one I just got. I haven't really tried it yet. I forget what Load Me is. It's another patch thing. This is the one that he included. M-Player CE, which is a media player for basically playing DVDs. This Wii will play DVDs. Once again, looking at both of my Wiis, they look identical. I don't know what the frickin' difference is. It's got to be in the software on it. But this one will play DVD movies really good on both of my players, and the other one, it either comes up with an error or it just outright won't load the disc. And he was saying that on his tutorial that only certain ones, which basically the original Wii when it first came out, and then maybe the ones they did for the next year, like 2006, 2007, are the only ones that will play a DVD. Anything past that, I guess, they've changed something to where it's just outright incompatible. But, this is my MenuFi, which allows you to change the look of your home channel. Not homebrew, but your regular old Wii channel. Hence, I've got it set up on Dark Wii, which that's one of them looks the coolest, or you can make it all Mario or whatever. All kinds of custom setups to pimp out your system. This one's Neo CD Wii, Neo Geo CD emulator. I really haven't tried that out yet. I gotta download some Neo Geo CD ROMs and see how it does. Neo Gamma, another loader for playing Wii games. Preloader, I can't remember what that did. That has to do with getting everything modded up. Sega Master System. I figure this one works good. My other Sega stuff works good, and that's just for, I think it's Master System and Game Gear emulator. I don't know if it does anything else. And that's the one for NES, and that's Channel and Starland, Virtual Boy. I mean, not Virtual Boy, but Game Boy or whatever. Vectrex. Cool emulator, but my games don't have sound. And Atari 2600, ColecoVision. That one is awesome on this system. And this is my other player. For this is the one that I use regularly. Is a Wii MC. It does awesome. Now that this one plays DVDs, it will play DVD movies. If you like to download DivX or Xvid movies, it will play them beautifully. Better than my PS3 and Xbox 360. It doesn't give me any shit about, like, you have to have this installed or whatever in order to play the rest of your movie or whatever. It either plays them outright or it doesn't if you get one that's literally screwed up. And Wii MediaFin. That's what I was using for playing Sega Genesis, because until I got his mod pack, I didn't have one that worked. So this is a multi-system emulator. And this is pretty cool. It's Wii Radio. Sets you up with Shoutcast or Icecast streaming music player, Ripper, as you can rip your music to MP3, I guess, or whatnot. And it is kind of glitchy. Either that or I'm not turning it off right when I start up playing a music channel, because once I start, if I stop playing and want to go to a different station or whatever, it won't load it. It'll come up saying failed, and then I got to turn the whole thing off on just the little program here and start over. Otherwise, it does work. I say, some stuff is glitchy. And let's see. This one, I don't think I got it working good. I had this on my original Wii. It's for Atari 800 XL, XC, and 5200. And it was kind of glitchy, or it was just hard to use. And, I don't have it on this one yet, but I do have one for the 7800. Show you guys the browser here. All this stuff where it says waiting for network and blah blah, that's all normal. What's funny is it will mount my SD card, but my USB hard drive, it always says unable to be mounted, so that's alright with me because I got all my channels and stuff on the SD card anyways. And here's what it does is you got demos, emulators, games, media, and utilities. And this part here where it's showing stuff, if you guys can see it alright, you just very, very carefully go through it. I mean, hopefully you guys can see that move, and just do it real slow. And when I'm on the emulators one, click on that. It takes a little bit to go to it. Yeah, it's a little slow on loading up the different categories, but this one I don't think I've had it crash on me scrolling through the emulators. It's when I was on the media trying to find a better DVD player or music player. I'd get ready to click on something and then it would pull that shit to where it's like a regular old computer crashing. Otherwise, all kinds of emulators. Yeah, that's the one. I just haven't downloaded it yet. In fact, I'll do that now. It's Genesis Plus GX. And a lot of these, man, if you're doing the Wi-Fi thing, it downloads really fast. They're pretty small files, and what it does is it downloads, unrares it, and then installs it. So once again, you don't have to do shit other than just download it, man. It gets it all set up for you. Just pretty damn cool. There, all done. And that one works beautifully. The other Genesis one, it was just outright Sega Genesis. It'd pull that same shit to where it would crash it, and I'd have to turn off the system. Anyways, don't want to do that. All I can say is if you do this, man, there's a lot of stuff you can put on the Wii, man. Just unbelievable. And new stuff coming all the time. Anyways, on getting an SD card, mind me, I didn't sleep good again last night, so my brain's not working. All I can say is best place I know to get one, and I'm using a 16 gigabyte card in each one of the systems, which is plenty for all your ROMs and stuff. Now, if you guys want to put MAME on this, I haven't had much success, and MAME's got a shitload of ROMs. If you want all of them, that'd take up a lot of space, but I haven't had much success on finding a good working version of MAME. Your best bet is just to use it on your computer. But, yeah, if you go over to Big Lots, and I picked up a card for this one yesterday, and it was 16 gigabyte. I think it was Lexar, I think is the brand. Really good price. It was like $8.88 for 16 gigabytes, which is a steal. And I think that's what I paid for the last one, which was one of those 3-letter type brands. D to D or something, or ADD or STD, I don't know. I can't remember. But so far I've had luck with SD cards from Big Lots. I haven't tried them from any other place. And I think you can get online and find a list of incompatible ones if you are having a problem. So, back to this. And all these guys that I've found tutorials on, they all say make sure your system is updated to 4.3. US, Euro, Japan, whatever. Once you go to the website for Letter Bomb, all you do is, I'll show you here. Better remember what the IP was. You punch in your IP address, and then it will download a little file that, same as his, man. You just unrare it, copy it to your card, and when you're going through like your mail here on the Wii, where it says what you've done today and stuff, you'll see one that looks like something that would have a virus in it, because it's called the Letter Bomb. Council information is where you find it, and you want your MAC address there. So pretty much all you use is put in your MAC address, and then it will do it. And you definitely want to make sure that you got the right region checked, man. So like if you got a US Wii, you don't want to download the one for Japan or Europe or whatever, because you can pretty much, as far as I know, brick your system to where it will turn it into a giant white, red, or black, or whatever paperweight. He doesn't bring up doing any mods on the newer ones that lay flat instead of sideways. It pretty much just says the original white Wii, the black one that they did after, or the special edition red one that they did for Mario or whatever. Those three. So, call it quits here. Really didn't get much else this weekend, man. I avoided Black Friday like the plague. I did not want to go through Walmart and swim through the flood of endless zombies, because I'm in fucking Arizona and the zombies are able to shoot guns here. So I stay the hell out of the stores, man. When people get that crazy, nah, it's bad enough they're just crazy, but when they're armed, hell no. So all I did was hit up Pawn World, and was gonna sell this one that I picked up until I found out that it's compatible on playing DVDs. So I'm gonna keep it. I'll pick another one up later, because I was gonna sell it on Craigslist, all modded up and stuff, just for anybody in town that doesn't know how to do this. Not really have to rip off people, just to make a few extra bucks, so I could have some Christmas money, but good enough. My Christmas I covered a long time ago, hence no Black Friday for me. But, yeah, Pawn World here had them for 39 bucks, man, which is a steal for a used system. So, yeah, almost 30 minutes, good enough. This ought to take forever to upload, and if it doesn't work, you guys know, man, last time it screwed up the video to where it was the one that I did showing my stereo speakers that I got from my car, my big subs, to where it was all like rainbow pattern on the bottom of it, just totally screwed it up. And it was showing good on my computer, so it was something that happened when they were transferring it to whatever type of file they use on YouTube. So like I say, hopefully they've resolved that and this one will work. Otherwise it may take a while, because I'll have to break some shit, because 30 fucking minutes, and I know this is going to take forever. So have a good one, everybody. And once again, place to go. So I had success, Microwave Sam. He'll come up pretty much top of the list if you type in just Wii mods. And 3 vids, and like I say, the second vid is the one you want to use for downloading his file pack. Catch y'all later.